Hello. So I'm kind of happy right now because at least they're starting Rampage off with a relevant person, main eventer.
Mm-hmm.
Meant to try to get the stream up and running to do a start streaming thing for like a minute. No, cut it too close.
Feel you, dog.
Talk a little bit more. You sound funny.
That's probably why I sound funny.
Yeah, I was gonna say it sounded further away or like a way worse mic, like a webcam mic.
Yeah, it was way far away from my face.
But it was such small sample size. I was like, I'm not sure. How was your Saturday?
It's been pretty solid, I'd say. I painted my mom's boyfriend's house, and then I took a nap, and then I played some D&D, and now we're doing this. Oh, and I watched a little piece of Cocaine Bear.
Was the piece that you saw at least enjoyable? I still want to see it.
So far, I thought it was dumb. And not like oh, this is dumb. I'm enjoying this. I just was like, yeah, nah, I don't care.
Do you remember anything?
It also was only a half hour in.
So. You know anything else from this? Oh, there's a card. Oh yeah, Kira versus Julia.
Yeah.
Okay. Julia versus Vikingo.
Mm-hmm.
Assuming that's the main event, at least this card should be enjoyable from start to finish in some kind of way.
Main event. Solid -3. Yeah, yeah, it was not good so far. Like,
so I don't need to go out of my way to find it.
It's on Peacock. So yeah, I'm tempted. Okay, well, he kept watching. And he stopped, so I was like, maybe it got better, but no, Ryan definitely saw more of it than me, probably. And...
Sorry, my commercial was for the TNT new docuseries, and they show Hogan and Rodman.
Yep. Rich and shameless.
I mean... just because the time in my life that those two were associated piqued my interest for a second, but general commercial.
I feel you. Oh gosh.
It also sadly reminds me of some of the worst shit in terms of wrestling history. All those celebrity stuff in WCW. Jay Leno, the match with Rodman, and also Malone.
Hey man, Dennis Rodman and Karl Malone are great wrestlers. Okay, don't you forget that.
Yeah, commercials taking forever.
So every Rampage, I feel like I've been making it a point to find my favorite sign of the night. Like Dynamite's, it's just hard to pay enough attention. But Rampage, I'm looking for them signs. So far, best one is Furious 7 next on TNT.
So the one person in the background's been holding a sign forever, just finally put it away. I'm like, are you gonna unroll that sign since you're talking about him?
Yeah. But hey, Furious 7's coming up next, y'all.
The day the business died when Jay Leno got Hogan in an armbar.
Yeah, hey, man. He had the largest arms in the world, and then Jay Leno got him in an armbar.
I can't remember what I was watching, but somebody mentioned it on a YouTube video I was watching recently about like Leno putting Hogan in a headlock while Jay Leno's in like old man walking the neighborhood outfit. Like, no, it just looks fucked up.
Oh.
Come on, people, show us your signs.
A wrist lock. See, that's what happens. You gotta have strong wrists.
Hey man, wrestling's all about wrist control.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Moxley be holding on to that hair, man. I'm telling you.
At first when you said that, I was like, is he about to do something weird? Because Daniels is bald. And then I realized what you meant.
I meant that he's holding on to his hair. He is really holding on to it.
I think he's a person who just doesn't care, just because sometimes he'll have it buzz like super short. So I think he just refuses to like go smooth shave. It just grabs like that one guard and goes over top of it like every month.
Yeah. It's just funny.
In that case, maybe go over it a little bit more often.
Just, yeah. Oh, man. This is, So is it just going to be a match, or is there going to be something after the match?
I'm not sure, because didn't they announce 4 matches? This, the women's, the 8-man, and then the title match. And usually Rampage feels like 3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, Daniels is sleeping. Yeah. Well, yeah, there's the Furious 7 next on TNT. Yeah. Love it. I love it.
Oh, that... It might have been the 7 that I saw, but I'm like, that's the same person that I was waiting for the sign.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Christopher Daniels is good, but man.
He's also like 50.
Yeah, he's like 100,462 years of age.
Long speculated to actually be the higher power in WWEF back in the day. But no. It was me, Austin. It was me all along. Ooh.
We're gonna get rid of Taya Valkyrie. Yeah. I still feel like they should have done something else. Like, let Taya Valkyrie do something else before Jade, because you know she's about to lose.
Yeah. But it was like one of those things. Jade came on the screen. I just stopped to listen, and then she said like 2 words.
I know. I always do it. Send hook.
I mean, at least it makes sense for the personality, what's going on, of her just being totally dismissive.
Mm-hmm. Jump shot. Wet. Hook. Oh man. I forgot about Jeff Hardy already.
I was just sitting there watching Isaiah come in and like fit in with the Hardys vibe, like with the dance and then the entrance and everything.
Yeah. And I was like, oh yeah, that is Jeff. He's back. I forgot about him.
They talk like Isaiah's done anything. Oh, he wouldn't be the same without Matt Hardy. Well, nothing's happened for him. Xylot themes.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Hey. Keep it short.
Honestly, yeah, because usually he's not great on the mic, but that wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Apparently the stream just dropped for a second, so a little bit worried.
Oh shit.
Turn this down. I'm going to take a look. All right, show's live
great.
again. So we good.
Okay. And we back.
Not gonna lie, it's kind of weird just still having Stokely up there making happy faces. Big Bill always with the sucker.
Yeah, you gotta have a sucker. because you know it makes you look creepier when your name is Big Bill to have a sucker. Oh boy.
You say that you wouldn't think that people would fall debate after what happened on Dynamite, but we also had like 25 years. Nobody's ever gonna learn.
Yeah. I would say that's like one weird wrestling trope that I just,
You have
especially
to
when
accept.
it happens like especially when it happens multiple times during a feud. I'm like, yo, they did that to you before. you let them do it again? Come on, man.
So let's say he goes face at some point. You want to know what I would like to see not fall for it? Samoa Joe. Just because also it would fit well with the whole somebody dives at him and you just step out of the way.
Yeah.
Like, I know
Yeah,
better.
Samoa, nope.
I saw the meme with Ralph going through the window for The Simpsons. And it's just Joe turning away.
Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Hey, man. We like to recycle stuff here, man, okay? I'll be back.
Alright. I always forget Dwayne Wade is hosting a show. But I've also never watched the show. The Cube. So, Ryan, besides being disappointed by Cocaine Bear, how's your weekend started? Actually watched a little bit of playoff hockey today. Saw right before I hopped on, there was a massive fight between superstars. So when we actually have like real commercials, I start to miss picture in picture just so I have something to pay attention to. But then when it is picture in picture, I tend to get lost in the commercials. Ooh. Just saw mozzarella sticks in the commercial. Being air fried. Now I want mozzarella sticks. Alright. So I'm sorry that the meal fell through on you. But right after I just mentioned the food and the mozzarella sticks, and you mentioned the red lobster. Biscuits. Now that sounds good. Wait. So the meal fell through, but didn't y'all have the game? Because he said he played D&D.
Yeah, we just the everyone cooking stuff didn't work out so well.
Oh, so like potluck kind of thing.
Yeah.
Ryan came through, other people failed.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Come back to your Burger King commercial.
Nope. I had a little Caesar's commercial.
Oh, too bad. Could have been Pizza Hut with sheesh.
No.
Sorry the meal didn't work out for y'all, but I'm happy at least you got to do the game and It wasn't a situation where people bailed out entirely. Just instead of bail, they failed.
Oh, Keith Lee.
Training to beat Goku. That's why I'm surprised you didn't meet. that's or at least Krillin.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we need to find a picture of that to just send to Brandon, because I feel like the odds of him watching this are like 2%.
No entrances. Hi, Kiera. How you doing?
Hi, both of. I mean, for different reasons. Hi, both of them. I'm not sure if I've ever been able to see, like myself, watching wrestling, someone so young go from so like green to having such a presence so fast, like Julia.
Yeah. Yeah, she's really good. Yeah, they I guess that's how they're gonna fit 4 matches in tonight. You gotta give people some job entrances.
Sorry, Kira, you're not being the leader of the House of the Black that easily.
Mm-hmm.
I said House of the Black as opposed to the House of Black.
Mm-hmm. Leader of the House of Black. She seriously should be. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I watched a match recently of hers on YouTube. Can't remember what it was.
I haven't been watching it much lately.
Oh, I was thankful the one that I did turn on recently the other day, that I turned on just because of Maki Ito, that's how they started the show. So I was like, cool, I can tap out already. It's also just exciting because being so young, and you know she has the athletic background and she's getting the presence down. I can't wait to see where she is in like 5 years, because she'll still be so young.
Yeah. But Kiera Hogan has a presence too. I love her presence. Look, her presence is showing a lot more today.
Oh yeah. That it is.
Now, Kiera, you ain't scared?
Still so disappointed that story with Jade did not actually really happen.
Yeah. I don't know why I didn't do that. Ever since Ryan said it, I can't unthink it.
What's that?
I don't like that she mouths the words to the song.
Oh.
Oh man.
All right. They can all be excited for Anna Jay, but I'm still like, beat her ass, Julia. Beat her ass.
Yeah. I can't think of them off the top of my head.
I don't like lip syncing if they're actually trying to portray that they're actually singing it live at that moment. If they're just hyped to hear their own song, like rocking out to it, I don't give a fuck.
There we go. How you gonna do that?
How are you gonna say you never changed?
So bad.
First of all, you haven't bled in like 3 weeks. A major change for Mox.
Satnam Singh has his own T-shirt. Goddamn, why?
Because he's 1 in a billion.
But I don't get it.
Honestly, won't surprise me if it's like the most sold shirt in India. Even though he's had like 2 matches.
Hey, representation matters, man.
But at least with Singh, like we see enough, we know enough that there's pretty good reason why he barely actually is in matches.
Right. He can't. He's like 2 steps above the great Khali.
I'm trying to think, because we've seen the polar opposites with big men wrestle, like with Giant Gonzalez, with Undertaker, all them years ago.
I was like, what does WWE do with almost? I always say it wrong. Ever since I heard somebody call Omos almost.
Because
I
being OMOS, it
almost.
does make sense to be almost.
I always want to call him almost.
And then you hear a
now.
Moss, and I'm like, oh.
Because every single time I do it, I'm like, God damn it. I know his name's Omos, but I almost call him almost. But somebody said his name is almost because he's almost a wrestler.
All right, I know we talk about not being the people that bring signs.
Yeah.
That might need to be a SummerSlam sign.
We could. Or we could tell them what's coming up next on TNT. Yeah, slap his boobs. So did they ever actually find out that it was these guys that attacked Mark Briscoe?
I think Briscoe might have said it in the locker room interview.
Okay.
Or like when they came and found them all together.
Okay.
Yeah, because I wish, like, when they originally revealed it and you didn't see anything but feet. Like, you expect those kind of stories maybe have like a little bit of mystery or something. It was just awkward.
Yeah. Next on Peacock. SummerSlam press conference. I like it.
I wonder what kind of craziness you have to go through to try to get like media stuff. It'd be so cool to be able to go to like a pay-per-view and be like, hey, we want to go to Scrum after. What do we have to do?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, how do we get taken seriously enough to be allowed to go to that?
Just gotta go from 300 followers to like 100,000. I'll probably do a trick.
Yeah. We got it.
Honestly, the way Triple H is a ballbuster, Ryan, I feel like I'd want to find a troll question about his past. Maybe not a troll question, but something just to kind of like pop or be different. Ask Paul, has he warned all of his young boys about the family curse of blowing out their quads?
Oh man. Yeah, he's like, just to let you know, by being associated with McMahon's, you don't even have to be blood, you just have to be associated.
No, his kids would be blood because their mother.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's going to be worse for his kids because all he had to do was bang a McMahon, and he tore his quads.
I can't remember when he did it versus when Vince did it, but clearly Shade is the most recent.
Because it's like, yeah, you put your big story on as the main event. Yeah, I mean, I feel like he handled that well. I saw a little bit about it. I'll be right.
And that's why I think if I could ask a question to somebody like that, I'd want to do something fun. Unless it was something terribly obvious. Like, will there ever be a time, Tony Khan, will there ever be a time in which there's more than one invested women's story at a time? He'd probably get so defensive. We would never be invited back. I'm trying to have about Cody losing. I'm trying to have benefit of the doubt and be like, all right, let's see what the next story is. But yeah, not happy.
Yeah, it doesn't seem. I don't know. It just seemed like he was the best choice you had. And if you're not going to do that, then what are you going to do? Because you can't just keep Roman champ forever.
There's certain stories throughout history that are always good. The prodigal son returning home and succeeding is one of them. Imagine being there at a brawl out, Ryan, and at the end of the night, like if Tony still did like the questions by himself, just asking him like, have you checked your pants yet to see if CM Punk left with your balls? And that's how you never get a press badge.
Yeah, that would be good.
get banned, and we'd have to see if we could somehow get you through after. Man,
Oh,
you know how exciting this is right now? Seeing Detroit superstar Slim J on TV.
Yeah, that's very exciting.
I'm actually curious. Is it, because usually it's not, but is Detroit actually Detroit?
What?
Is
Detroit actually? Oh,
for him. It says,
okay. I was like, what?
okay, so he wasn't born here.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I wish there was like a real Wikipedia.
Yeah. A wrestler Wikipedia.
I mean, obviously, when you're at a certain point, they all get them, but
Mm-hmm.
it's usually a pretty good way.
But I do kind of agree though that the brand split is a good idea because they just have so much talent that doesn't get a chance to do anything. Like, I also don't really want to watch wrestling on Saturday on a regular basis
Yeah, so my whole thing,
because I'm always gone on Saturdays.
I agree with that, but I also am waiting to see what the hell they say about Rampage, because as we said, there's no way in hell we're doing all three.
Mm-mm. Yeah, like if Saturday ends up being like the 1B show, then I'm sure we'll drop Rampage.
And the worst part is we won't know for like a month, because you know when they start a show, they're gonna push it to the moon, so the first show is gonna matter.
Oh yeah. That first show is going to be a pay-per-view card. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 'Cause, yeah, there's just way too many good people that just aren't getting time. And they'll get time now.
You know what? It'll be nice. You can throw the TNT to one side, the International to the other, and make both championships matter, since they just fucked everything up with Hobbs and Wardlow.
Mm-hmm. Would you keep one champion for the entire AEW, or would you have a champion per show, like like the heavyweight champion?
I always would prefer to have just one champion. It's just, you have to be good with your storytelling to make it work and keep everything entertaining from show to show.
Yeah. Well, they're doing their Ring of Honor on Thursday. I think this Thursday comes out. That's what I was thinking.
Oh yeah, Slim J. No, not Detroit. It's a character thing. It looks like by all across the boards from the few things I saw. Unless he came here like to train or something, but if he's from Georgia, there's places there. And maybe there wasn't, but maybe there really wasn't too much when he trained.
Yep.
And since they do special shows in between, it's not like you have to alternate between brands for the pay-per-views on like who's getting the title shot with the world title. And then if you become the champion, you get to start going between both, and whoever you beat replaces you on that brand exclusively. So it's an easy way to transfer people between brands.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess they could say on their own. I mean, I guess they could say on their own brand because you're only talking about like one person or one act. Yeah. So it's not going to make things highly uneven. But I also like the idea of having that freedom of being able to move somebody so you could try to tell different stories.
Now, what would you do with the tag and trios belts?
That question just popped into my head. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. I just realized the best benefit, though. The best benefit range.
What?
You're going to split up the women's titles, won't you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they both have to be on different shows.
But hold on, no, because that devalues the world title. But it also elevates the TBS title.
Yeah.
So, that's a tough.
Yeah. But yeah, I wouldn't want to see both of them on the same show, though.
Right. But the reason why I was thinking that is because if you split them up, then you're treating it different than the men's world title. That you don't want to see. But also, that means you would have to have two different stories going for women.
Yep. See? There we go.
Ryan, what would you do as far as the women's titles go? Because I feel like they failed the women too much to say, oh, the women's goes across branch, and then you have to make a new title for the other show to match the TBS. I feel like they haven't done enough for the women.
Yeah, I just don't, I don't see them having that many belts. They would really need to build up some of the women.
You want to know what you could do, but it would have to be a very slow transition, and there would be possibly a whole lot of backlash.
Mm-hmm.
What if you made Ring of Honor almost like exclusively men's only, kind of like a New Japan? Maybe you just partner with a women's promotion to train people, and then you just use the Ring of Honor title on the other show to match the TBS.
It's a thought.
But because that'd also be cool to bring Athena in.
They're pretty adamant about their brand splitting there. Like they want Ring of Honor to be something completely separate.
Mm-hmm. I know. I can't justify them adding another women's solo title with how little they've done with the women.
Gonna be, look, there's a dangerous dog.
See, Ryan, the one reason I don't really care for that idea is because then you are by default saying Collision is a lesser show and that women over there aren't as good. And I want, if there's going to be a show on Saturday and I have to watch a new show, I want something that can be a lot closer to Dynamite than Rampage.
Yeah.
I'd much rather would have had them found a way to make Rampage from 8 to 10 on Friday nights. Give them a second hour. Because we both work, so it's come home from work, it's part of the routine. It's not messing with a day which you're off entirely.
Yeah. So yeah, that'll probably be something that we won't be doing at this. If we do those, we like it can't be at the same time all the time. Cause I don't be home on Saturday all the time. Oh shit!
Ow! Ow! Ow!
Oh, that was that dude is crazy.
I mean, Ryan, I could see that working. It just kind of sucks that you're putting them behind the 8 ball. They're starting off with a disadvantage.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to do it well, and we haven't had enough to make me be confident in them treating the women well.
My back hurts after watching the guy flip out here out of the ring.
Onto the floor.
Was hurting earlier today. But
you know, it's funny how time changes. Like now I'm pessimistic about certain things with AEW as opposed to, you know, go back to the beginning. It was just like, all right, there's injuries, there's pandemic, there's all this other stuff. I'm like trying to make excuses with them. Say, all right, they'll get better with the women. They'll get better with the women. Over time, it's just been like, no, they never did. The hell?
Hey, man. I need to see that guy all the time on my screen.
Because we're on Watchalong, I don't have like the hit of the night button and all that stuff. But I almost just put it up just to do it. I'm like, dude, springboard turned around, hit a fucking destroyer.
Shit's a nasty, yeah.
So, Rod, I think if you were going to do that with the women on a second show, you would have to treat that TBS title would have to be booked and the champion similar to like Cena with his US title open challenges, or for instance Cody with his TNT open challenges, that kind of stuff, where it just has to be done right.
Yeah.
Because if it's not, well, guess what? We've seen Jade do a base. Jade's basically been a land of opportunity for her entire time as champion because it's been open challenge, open challenge, open challenge.
Yeah, that's pretty much what she's been doing. if you want a chance, you got it. You just you're gonna face Jade, who's been winning for 72 years. Hmm. I want to know what was in those margarita glasses they had. 'Cause that shot, that was like poop green.
Commercial.
Yeah, it was the Eva Longoria Finding Mexico commercial. That shit cracks me up.
I just went from some medicine to a BK commercial again.
Ooh.
Ryan, it shouldn't be difficult. It's just the fact that that's basically what they've done with Jade and it's been done poorly. I don't feel confident.
Yeah, they are. They haven't done well so far, so it does worry a little bit, but I don't know. We'll see what they do. I think the only thing that they could actually do is, I feel like they would need to elevate the TBS belt, or because I don't know. That would be weird to have one champion between two brands. At least for the women, because there's not enough belts to go around, and I don't think you should add another belt.
Exactly why I'm so torn, because I don't like one option seems terrible, the other one is just I haven't seen them do it and I'm pessimistic about it.
Yeah.
Ryan, you know who I think would be pretty good in that role? Bring back Serena Deeb. Let her be her heel gimmick where she just schools everybody.
Like some Serena Deeb. I wonder if people like other people like her enough.
I don't know, I got so sold with that one promo. It's just I know that gimmick would work for it.
Yeah.
Like that idea.
Oh yeah. Works for me.
Like you do a land of opportunity kind of thing, but at the same time you have the person who can school everybody. I'd be I'm actually curious because we never got to really see her talk after her one title match. And her promo setting up to that was good. Ooh. I was about to. Apparently, Spears, when he came back and he teamed with FTR after Rampage, he got the mic and he cut a promo talking about where he's been. It was solid, but, you know, it was real, so it wasn't like trying to do a promo like you would have to do every single week.
Yeah. Okay. That's tight.
You want to know what I'd like to see Shawn Spears do before this brand split? Take that title from Orange Cassidy.
Yeah.
He's older, and he's never had a championship on a major company.
Okay.
So I'd like to, and he said that's the one thing he wants left to do in the industry is to hold a championship on a major company.
Okay. Well, that would be nice for him if he does that. Ooh. I didn't like that.
I do, but I don't. It makes me hurt.
Woo.
I still like the one from earlier more, just because it was different, so different.
Jeez.
But knowing what we know about the edge of that ring, that one just makes me cringe. Like, ow.
Cheap ass roosh. Yeah, get out of here. Get out of here.
Oh, dangerous dog want to go outside? Dangerous dog want to go outside?
Yeah. Fucking dangerous dog.
Hey, look, Range. All your complaints about the referees. We see new one. I mean, he might have been there, but I just obviously not one of the OGs I'm used to.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, he might have been there, but I don't remember seeing him. I also don't pay that much attention. Like, the only times I notice them is when I see them all the time.
Or when they look like Sean Payton.
Yeah. Sean Payton. Changing of the professions.
Yeah, I don't know how he's gonna fix Russell Wilson when he has to do this now every week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is gonna be tough for him. He's the Broncos coach.
I like that Hurricane Rod.
He's got to be a real bad referee in AEW.
It's how he stays a little bit more fit, just so that way he can run those sidelines. Like, I'm gonna get in the ring and move around. I don't have to run much. I'm getting some steps in.
Oh, he's doing the Chris Jericho.
Mm-hmm.
He put his knees around
Ooh. I just realized what it could have been, because it sounded like the ref and him were talking to each other in Spanish. So maybe neither of these guys have really good English, and they got somebody in there who can talk to him in a more natural language.
Okay. That would make sense.
I mean, I might have completely misheard it, but just hearing it very, very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
All right, who's gonna come out to help? Speaking of,
I'm gonna say, are they feuding with anyone right now? Because they haven't been. Yeah, they haven't been around.
not doing too much. Yeah,
Involved
maybe
in
nobody.
anything. No, they just had to. They just had to do that to him to end the show. Okay. All right. Well, I know what this is that's coming on right now. Thanks to that sign.
What if they were wrong?
Fan.
They're not, but what if they...
If they were wrong, I would have been. That sign would have been not top tier anymore.
Yeah. Furious 7.
All right, guys, we're switching to Furious 7 Watchalong.
Wait, is that one of the ones that has The Rock? Is it wrestling related?
Who knows?
Or John Cena? IMDb. Furious 7.
Yeah,
Cast.
The Rock in this one. We're going no.
Yes,
Jason
he is.
Tyson is in this one.
It shows his name on the cast list when I Googled it.
Oh boy.
And I'm assuming by how far I've scrolled down.
Yeah. It's wild that like the first 6 movies in this series were like the origin story, and now they're superheroes. It's fucking ridiculous.
All right, so I was never really interested in them. But then we got to that Wonka trailer and everything, and we got to the memes about like Furious 7 driving cars in outer space, and that at that point it was just like, nope, it's too ridiculous. I gotta crack jokes as opposed to just being disinterested.
Yeah, it's wild, Enola. So I watched the first 4 movies in the series, and after the 4th one, I was like, you know what? I'm done. I can't. Not anymore. I don't know why I'm doing this to myself.
All right.
And then,
I think I've seen 2 of them in full. The very first one in Tokyo Drifting.
Yeah, Tokyo Drift.
Man, it had my quarterback. It had Mike Winchell as the star.
Yeah, and he played a teenager. He looked like he was 30. He probably was 30.
Alright, hold on. Friday, I gotta look him up because I don't know his name.
30-year-old teenager.
Dude, that'd be like every single show about high school in the 90s.
Yeah. They like didn't even try to make him look young.
Alright, he is currently 40 years old.
Oh. Yeah, see, they just didn't try to make him look young.
When was Tokyo?
I don't remember, man.
I'm trying to...
Zachary Ty Bryan.
2006, so 17 years ago. He would have been 23, so like 22, 21
yeah, so
while
he
filming.
Looked old as shit. Yeah, he looked old as dirt in that movie.
Honestly, Ryan, I'd have to remember or watch it again. It's been so long. If I had to take a guess, he was probably still playing a douchebag that like caused some problems in school.
Oh yeah, okay. Definitely know who that is.
Him, then Jonathan Taylor Thomas as the middle, and never bothered really knowing the name of the youngest. I also forget what their names are on the show. I think there's a Mark and a Randy.
Randy. I don't know why I don't remember. I watched a whole lot of Home Improvement back in the day.
I mean, obviously Tim Taylor. You know, I know the wife is Jill. Okay, the youngest kid's real name is Taryn Noah Smith. On the show, it was Mark. The middle was Randy, and oldest was Brad.
Well, if anyone cares about basketball, the Lakers are taking a shit inside of the Grizzlies' mouths.
I almost took a random I opened up DraftKings today and almost took a random bet on it. It was basically LeBron having a good game and the Lakers winning.
Yeah. Well, the Lakers are up 50-24 with 3 minutes to go in the second.
So I ended up instead, I did a parlay based on all of the next games of hockey, and it's because I was sitting there watching. There was a game today that went from a team being up 4-1 with the Vegas Knights being up 4-1 over the Jets. Jets came back and tied it with 22 seconds left. They ended up going to double overtime. There's also a crazy fight where like the stars of Tampa Bay and Toronto got into it. What it
Some
says?
good hockey fights, huh?
It says I already lost. Who did I lose on?
You're a loser.
It's because I think Toronto came back and won. I bet on Tampa Bay when they were losing 2-1 to get that line, and they lost in overtime. So that's how you gotta throw in something that has a plus line on there every now and then so you can get some real money. If you get it, it was a $1 bet. I'll make that back whenever we have a AEW pay-per-view and I can do the pool and get like $10 for free. All right, sirs, you've had a long day. Rampage is over, and for, you know what, a Rampage? It feels like the best Rampage in a while, even though it wasn't super eventful.
Yeah, it was solid. Give it a 6 out of 10.
You actually had an opener and a closer where there was a reason to pay attention.
Yeah.
We were invested in both of the women in the women's match. That usually doesn't happen on Rampage.
Never. Yeah, it was solid. I guess, yeah. That's about what you can expect from Rampage.
We've just seen so many where it just progressively gets worse. At least this one wasn't that.
Yeah.
Tell us about Collision. Hurry up, AEW, because we need to
want to know.
We need to figure out our plans.
All we want to know.
I gotta do like new graphics and stuff and all that. Man, there's work I gotta do. Tell us your answers. Tell us your secrets. Yeah, right. I feel like it was a much more solid hour than what a Rampage usually is. Not saying it was special. It feels more solid.
Yeah.
We got to see Kiera.
Yes. She showed her presence. I appreciate it.
So that means we'll be seeing her again, come maybe on TV in like June, July? Doesn't happen too often.
Yeah. Let's say maybe once every few months. So July.
We
probably,
as we get a little bit closer, maybe like at the start of May, like next week, or maybe once we start to have an idea about what the card's gonna look like for the show we're going to, we should make a quick little list, like our top 3 men and our top 3 women that we want to make sure we see on the show. You know, number 1 for me, 'cause I haven't got to do it yet. Adam Cole. But, you know, there's the people we don't see too often. That'd be nice. I know you might be disappointed if we don't get Willow.
I want to see Dylan, and Dylan.
Just trying to think of some stuff that we could do a little bit different, maybe before and after the show we go to. Since that week we will not be doing a Dynamite review or Rampage.
Yeah, it'll be hard to do that. That little watch along there.
Well, we already know everything, and the fact that usually we're not too pumped for Rampage in the first place.
Yeah. We'll be there. It'll be fine.
Alright, sirs.
Kept the lake during Forbidden Door. Oh man, Forbidden Door was dope.
For some reason,
For
some reason, I always think he was with us for Forbidden Door, and then I remember it wasn't.
Yeah, I'm gonna say he was there.
It was Derek.
Yeah,
But it's just because I haven't. Have I seen Derek since Forbidden Door? Did he go to your birthday thing?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've seen him once since Forbidden Door.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That
Hell yeah.
That being said, we're getting excited. Some wrestling to go to coming up. 3 shows in a week and a half. It's gonna be fun. Ooh. Thank God Collision shouldn't start on Saturdays until after all that. So like, we're going to GCW. And then Clash also on Saturdays. So. Hey, we'll have built-in excuses to miss more collisions. Like, no, we're going to an actual show. Down the line, eventually. But, anything you want to knock out before we get off of here tonight?
Nope.
Alright, then in that case, thank you for stopping by, Ryan. You're the only one chatted. Anyone else who could have came by, thank you. And we shall see you on Wednesday.